Yeah.
Also, I love his data mined alternate
I don't think I've
because
seen it.
he's basically wearing clothing.
Oh yeah.
Um, but one of the things that I love, and I don't know if it's just because they were like hacking or whatever, but he doesn't have like the pregnant belly inflate on his flames anymore in the alternate costume because they don't want to like worry about the physics for the clothing maybe. So seeing him like winding up for his super and everything without the pregnancy looks really interesting.
That's weird. Hey, did you see the Chun Li cop outfit?
Oh yeah,
That's cool,
yeah.
right?
Oh yeah. I think it's long overdue.
Yeah, yeah. I really like that one.
Yeah,
Um,
there's a couple outfits I really like. I really like Street Clothes Rashid.
I like that one too. Thought that
I like
was
that one a
cool.
lot.
Yes.
Um,
I really
there's
like
a
Old
couple,
Man Bison. I really like Sea. It's like Salty Sea Dog Captain
yeah, the
Bison.
new battle damage version. I mean, we I hope he has a white costume so we can make him look like a dead milkman again. Um,
Yeah.
there's one thing I'm really wanting over the next few years, and I don't know if Capcom's going to give it to me or if some of the PC modders are going to do it or something. Um, but I actually want either Mika or Nadeshiko, either one, to have a costume of Black Widow from Slam Masters.
Wow, that would be cool. That would
I
be
think that
cool.
would be really fitting. Like, I mean, if it's just Nadeshiko, whatever,
Yeah.
that's fine. Just
Yeah.
having like that weird helmet come in and drop kick
I
people.
think that's a really cool idea, man. Yeah. Um, nobody at Capcom's thought about that game forever.
You guys are down to engine, UI, online interface, the lag.
Okay, so we're done with characters.
Let's okay. So let's talk about. You brought up Sako. I just wanted to talk about this. Who would Sako play in this game? And I have no idea. I'm not sure that there's a Sako character. Thinking of like Boletta, Evil Ryu, Ibuki, characters that have like tough links and like tricky stuff, physically tricky stuff.
Yeah,
I just don't see that.
I think Ken's the closest.
You might be right that Ken's the closest. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think he's the only character who feels like he has real one frame links.
He said Karen. You said he's playing Karen.
Cutting.
Okay, everybody already knows this somehow, but
Yeah.
I don't even see
makes
him
sense
playing as
as well.
Karen. Like even that sounds.
It could also be like it was a character he actually liked from Alpha 3. So hey, she's back, like I'm doing with Mika.
That
Could
for
just
sure.
it could just be a loyalty thing.
No, you're right. That definitely could be. But I don't see. Look, I mean, it's not just execution. Like obviously he's super good, footsies, everything. Like he's just an excellent player. So I'm sure he could be good with whoever. But his like style of finding tough links and that like he enjoys it clearly. I'm not sure that that's in really.
I'm gonna laugh so hard if he just like ends up playing Mika for no reason.
Oh, you guys are assuming that it's Karen. Okay. Yeah, Mika as I don't know.
Dude, so I have found some weird stuff with Mika.
Yeah.
And so, okay, so the engine thing I wanted to talk about. And it's not the same as when we had, like, Dimps making the games, but there is a lot of corner collision shenanigans.
Okay.
So Mika used to have, like, that Irish whip and a Crouching Fierce cross-under in the corner,
Okay.
which was really dumb.
Okay.
And you were talking with, what was it? It was like Nash, if you did the teleport by just a frame or two difference, they'd be in front or behind.
Yeah.
I think there's actually something in the engine that intentionally tries to push people out of the corner. Like, you try to reset someone in the corner, and if you have to have a certain type of momentum if you want to get under them and cross into the corner.
Uh-huh.
Because like there are times where I'd get like a really good reset and they were super high. I would forward dash and still not get under them, and then they'd land. But then there's like one of the ones I found with Mika. They're at like half screen height, and I can actually dash under.
Huh.
Like there's like I think there's actually like an engine like trying to like an engine aspect that's trying to force them to not be able to cross under.
I wonder
And
why
it
that would
seems-
be.
Because shenanigans. Some of those gimmicks are really nasty. It also could be unblockable prevention. Because remember, Street Fighter 4 had for years those really weird, cross-up unblockables.
Yep.
And that could be why. They could have actually found something in test, and then that with Mika's reset, they're like, nope, get out of there.
Yeah, I wonder. I know that when it comes to how they've done the hurt boxes and hitboxes this time, that they're not moving around constantly. Like, in Street Fighter 4, in neutral animation, and Third Strike and stuff, not just SF4.
Yeah.
You're like constantly moving around a little bit with the hitboxes.
Yeah,
This
like
this
saying
game,
he's going like this and everything, he's still a stable box.
yes, exactly. So part of the problem with Street Fighter 4 unblockables was the fact that like as you held backwards, like your center of gravity would change because you're in slightly different hitbox animation.
Yeah. Or look at Street Fighter 4's taunts, where you can dodge fireballs.
Well, yeah.
Those were weird.
Yeah, I always wanted some Dalsum to pick whatever the one was when he moved backwards, but that never happened in a tournament. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see what that's about. That sounds cool. Weird, but
there's also like a lot of surprising discrepancy with moves that look like they're airborne and not, and moves that are grounded. Like Bison Scissors, grounded 100% of the time.
Really,
really.
You command grab him out of that?
Huh?
Did you command grab him out of that or something?
I tried to air grab him, and it did not work.
Oh.
V reversal, he counts as grounded the whole 9 yards. Like, it doesn't actually like reject him out of the air.
Huh. Okay.
So that's weird. Nash's overhead is grounded.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
But you know what's unthrowable? Mika crouching fierce. Yeah.
Is she airborne or just
unthrowable, man? I don't know. I did EX. Somebody called Nadeshko, and then I did EX bear grab. Okay, expecting to like get whatever going, and she did crouching fierce, and it whiffed. My EX bear grab whiffed. Yeah.
Huh. So yeah, it must count as airborne.
It's in any case not throwable. Who knows if it's a glitch or what? But yeah, it's I don't know.
Vega's overhead is apparently also grounded.
According to Stream Chat, Vega's overhead is grounded.
Got it. Yeah, crouching fierce is the little roll-looking dealie for Mika. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, that weird like shoulder check was a launcher in Alpha 3, which was weird.
Yeah. Just in general, I like the game engine. The more that I play it, the more I sort of figure out how I want to play it. And one thing I really like about it is the white life on block. I really like that a lot. Yeah, I feel like that alone makes Dalsum such a scarier character because it's no longer the case that you can wait for him to push you out and then like you can approach safely. Like in Street Fighter 4, something that a lot of players did was just wait for him to push you out with his own stand fierce or whatever, and then okay, now you're at a safe range and you can like jump from sort of a different spot, and that was tough for Sim in some situations. But in this game, when you block, like you're taking potential damage, and if you just walk a block, as people did against Sim since forever, that is real. Like that's real. That's real damage that you really have to worry about. And if he gets one anti-air, it can be for 200 damage. Like that did happen one time to me this week.
Throw.
Like I really did anti-air for like 200 damage. So it's cool. It really does matter. I like that a lot.
The white damage potential though is really weird character to character, just based on buttons.
Yeah, actually, there was a match we were playing that he noticed that some characters seems to do like proportionally a little less damage, perhaps, on their white. Bison was doing a little less white damage on block than he felt like he should have. But I don't know if it was more that he was just spamming that many more mediums while other characters were doing more heavies. Might have been, but for all the crap that I was blocking from Bison, I felt like I should have had more white life.
Interesting. Okay.
However, though,
Sim was the opposite. Sim, I don't know if people are throwing more heavies with him. Or
not many.
Yeah, it seems like he's dishing out more white damage than average.
Something to actually definitely study. Street Fighter traditionally has always had things like everything is flat rate across the board.
Yeah.
And they just have different health values or stun values.
Yeah.
But it might be worth investigating to see if certain things do more or less. If Chun's stuff scales during her V trigger or not. If Sim's doing 50% on guard while Bison's doing 20, something like that.
That definitely would be good looking into. But you bring up the life differential. Maybe when you guys saw the difference, maybe it was like one character had lower life, so it looked like they were taking more white life damage.
I was definitely playing a lot of Mika.
Oh, okay. It was just you. Yeah. Okay.
It was me blocking other people. Yeah. It does remind me of one thing, though.
Well, we can test that whenever the game comes out again.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
But it does remind me of one thing that I think I talked about once on Twitter, but it never really came up, and it's a good forum to talk about it. So I spent a lot of time trying to watch like the Fong matches and trailer and stuff. You know, the whole 5 videos we have of him at this point.
Yeah.
Found a lot of really interesting subtleties. The big one is poison compared to gray life.
Okay.
So, you know, obviously for some reason they decided Fong has to have a bunch of his buttons are be 2-hit normals. So that's weird.
The number 2 for whatever reason.
Number 2. Yeah, I love the fact that they pointed out that if you convert his height to centimeters, it's like 222 centimeters.
Okay.
All number 2 all the time.
Nice.
Because he's poop. I don't know.
Yeah.
But so what happened is that he dealt a bunch of, you know, blocked normal damage, so the white life to the opponent, and then had them poisoned.
Hmm.
And it actually, the poison only affected their real life, so that same exact block of white just scrolled with it.
Interesting.
So
it's like
you know,
active. Is it like active chip damage? Like, is it
Kind
like
of.
constant chip damage?
Yeah, that's basically how it functions.
Okay.
And again, you know, being a poison mechanic in general, it cannot kill, but it also doesn't affect white damage. And so that's worth noting. It's gonna like change a little bit of his play. But yeah, I was on the stream a little bit earlier, and I was talking. It seems like Fong's overall design, like his philosophy to his character, seems like it's the exact opposite of the philosophy they had with Geef. Geef was supposed to be like this wall that just walks forward and just tries to crush you against a wall. Fong seems like he's basically going to poison you and then put up this wall as he walks backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way all his like moves and projectiles work. You know, and he has that command dash, which is trippy, but his fireballs. Like that 2-shot up or the EX one that goes up and down and all that stuff.
But you know that motion is flash kick. The fireballs.
Which one?
The fireballs are flash kick. Yeah.
Good.
I just think that's weird because and interesting because you can't just walk around. It's not even like a Sonic Boom where you can like walk backwards and threaten with your fireballs. You have to be planted. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I'm not saying it's bad. I just think it's interesting.
Well, it depends on how his backdash works, for one. Otherwise, I mean, he could just jump back and start the charge.
Sure. Yeah, I think that's cool though.
Yeah, is he like 100% charge motions? Like, what's his command dash? Is it a Sonic Boom?
I don't know.
Like, I didn't know that his fireball was a flash kick. I thought it was going to be like back forward.
Right. Yeah, that's what I expected. But no, I heard it's flash kick.
And I'm still really confused by his super, like exactly what all its function is going to be. We're not going to talk about the fact that he's like, you know, some sort of weird disabled goose or something.
The Flappy Bird all of a sudden. It's so
Flappy Bird indeed. And then what's his V reversal?
Oh, I think we did see it actually.
You finally see it?
I think it might have been in the very first video. I think what it is he sort of does like a little like crab dance. Like he like blocks and he does like the Zoidberg.
Scuttle.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. And he like moves behind. He moves behind the opponent.
Need a V reversal? Why not Zoidberg?
Yeah. I think that's what it is. Yeah, it was in the trailer, right? That's what I thought. Yeah, that's the super is as ugly as could be.
Yeah.
And just in general, I think he looks terrible. But I really like the gameplay. The gameplay looks fascinating to me.
Oh no, I'm like when the game drops, I'm gonna lose my first 2 days on him. Just gonna sit in training and see what kind of nonsense I can find. See if I can break him.
Yep.
Some sort of bug or some sort of technology.
Yep.
And then it's pretty much just gonna be Mika and whoever my secondary is gonna be probably until I get to come home. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've only got a few more months and I'm back in SoCal.
Oh, sweet, man. That's nice.
Almost over.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like, obviously I'm maining Mika, but I'm seriously, like, I have a friend who's going through, like, full-blown character crisis. I'm going through, like, pocket character crisis.
Because you're definitely Mika.
Yeah, I'm definitely maining Mika, but it's going to be, what are my biggest problems? Who fixes those problems that I don't hate playing?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like she has a bunch of matchup problems.
The thing is, I'm okay with dealing with, like, 17 5-5s.
Yeah, well.
It's just, like, it's the 7-3s I'm scared of.
Yeah, I'm with
like,
you.
What are my 7-3s? What can I do to beat Geef without just playing Geef? You know?
Pick Sim. Pick that Dalsum.
Well, I'm still really looking at Fong.
Oh, that right. Yeah.
I really think I'm going to wind
that.
up with Fong. I'm still really intrigued by at least 3 of the DLC characters.
Well, we'll see what they do, but I hope that there are cool things. I hope there are cool things.
there's so much excitement and so much potential.
You know what I'm really excited for is Alex, because I think Necalli is basically Alex. Like, he has... Yeah, dude, think about this. He has the command grab up close. He has the slash elbow. He had the
Necalli's Honda.
No, dude, no. He had the headbutt isn't even the slash. It's not even the same thing. It's like the Alex dash elbow. And then the stomp is kind of like fierce chop. You can combo out of it. The anti-air is like Alex's anti-air DP that was terrible, but now it's good. I feel like he's...
I still think he's Honda.
I think he's Alex.
Honestly, I'm still... With all the overhauls that everyone's getting, I have a firm belief that Alex is going to lose like 3 moves. He'll probably get 1 new one, and he'll keep like 1 or 2 major moves.
The reason I bring up the fact that I think Necalli is Alex is because I think they have to make Alex different. Like, he can't have just like the same slash elbow and command grab and anti-air DP. Like, he can't be the same character.
I'm really wondering what Alex's V skill is going to be. Like, is that going to be flash chop?
That would make sense, I guess.
Yeah. And, you've got the philosophy that they've been doing, like, steering clear of charge characters, and he's always been a hybrid.
Yes.
Him and Udian both.
Yeah, and Necalli. It's real, man. It's real.
This guy. All right, well...
I'm interested in Ibuki because, that character has always been very buttonsy and, like, very combo-y. And I don't care about that, but I know that there are a lot of people who really do care about that. And I hope, like, for their sake, that there is some, like, weird execution character that they can, play DDR on. I hope that exists for them. So.
That's Stepmania?
Stepmania, yeah.
Dude, AGDQ.
I saw that, dude. That was ridiculous.
I was like, I was pretty good at that. Let me...
No. God, it was insane. I like how in the pictures, I don't know if you saw this, they took pictures of them playing... The Twitter account did for AGDQ, and all the pictures, even with fancy cameras, blurs. The fingers are literally blurs.
Like, what was cool. That? The original Ghost in the Shell movie, where just fingers break off like 17 little tiny little digits, and just going like that.
Yeah, it's like that.
You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
No.
That's okay. I'll still never forgive you for not knowing that the Mighty Ducks was a movie. Then it was a team.
What? I did.
No, you didn't.
Dude, I'm a Ducks fan. No. I am an Anaheim Ducks fan since like '93. All right, that's not me. That was not me. I have a Ducks hat from '93 right over there. It's real.
All right, so, actually, I'll point this out. There was a guy on YouTube. He had like a speculation video of one he thought was going to happen with Jury. And he had a really good concept for what something they could do for her. Is her V skill would be the counter teleport. Make her kind of focus on zoning, but her V skill could be that counter teleport thing. So it was pretty underutilized.
Yeah, it was.
And for a move that was functionally kind of ridiculous, especially the EX one, because you got a moving neutral jump. But
yeah, it was basically wake up only, right? That's the only time you ever saw it.
And even that was like pretty rare.
Yeah, even that was rare.
Normal.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, it's because like one of the things I hated about the Street Fighter 4 series is that counter moves still counted as armor. So like, why would you pick like Ultra 2 that's a counter super if Turn Punch still crushed it?
I hear you.
But what do I know?
Dude, counter supers and ultras are almost always terrible, unfortunately.
Only from Capcom.
No, you're right. Yeah. You know what? You know why? Because they insist on having the super freeze. They insist on doing that stuff first. I wish they would stop that.
Yeah. No, one of my favorites of all time is still from Garo.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
With Freeman, who was a terrible character anyway, but his counter super,
that's
he
who
walked
I played.
Forward.
But yeah.
He just walked forward.
Yeah.
If you hit him, then it happened.
Then it worked. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. The only tell is that he lost his meter.
Yeah.
You're like, where'd your meter? Oh.
Yeah. yeah. No, but I like that idea as a V skill. I think that sounds kind of cool. I'm in there. And then, V trigger is probably Feng Shui engine.
Oh yeah.
I
don't think it's even a question.
Yeah. Just a question
of like
just
gets a whole bunch of new stuff. You know?
She could be a totally different character. I mean, like when they announced Geef, I thought, oh, for sure, V-Skill is Green Hand. Like it's gonna be some boring stuff. But no, they went all out with that character. So
Yeah.
Jury could be new.
I'm still really excited to see where the art direction goes for the new 6. Like, so many characters have been overhauled. I mean, Guile won't change, whatever. But, because Guile hasn't changed at all.
Yeah. What if they give Guile a new move?
Gonna get taller.
Yeah. It's just like,
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, think about this for Guile. He has to have, at least, he has Sonic Boom, obviously Flash Kick. What's V-Skill? He's got to have a third thing.
yeah, and that's the thing. I've like,
Maybe V-Skill Sonic Boom.
We've been running that idea back and forth between myself and all of our friends, and we can't think of anything because he's never had more than 2 specials.
Right.
He's had like 17 different supers, but he's only had the 2 specials, really.
Maybe he'll finally throw Sonic Booms in one hand.
V-Skill is hair comb.
No, V-Skill is straight up shades.
Yeah.
Knuckle Dude's like, finally.
I mean, what if Sonic Boom is just V-Skill, and then his only special move is Flash Kick? No. Nobody likes that.
No, maybe, I was thinking maybe that weird launcher kick. That was it, like, down and forward roundhouse where he pops them up.
From 4? Yeah.
But no, it's probably going to be an actual new move, or screw it, just give him focus attack. Whatever.
What if people are saying, what about Remy stuff? What if it's like Cold Blue Kick?
Dude, if it was Cold Blue Kick, that'd be sweet.
That would be sick.
But I think I don't think that would suit him well enough.
It would be weird.
Yeah, it would just be unusual, especially because he kind of has it as a normal, just doesn't have the same momentum. I don't think so.
The upside down fucking boot.
No, not upside down boot.
You know what
Although
I'm talking about?
I do.
Mhm.
Actually,
That could be his focus.
that toward roundhouse. One of the things that I don't say these things very often, but one of the things I loved about HDR was that was an overhead.
Was it? I don't remember that. Oh, no, you're right. It was. Oh, that game.
But I think doing that for Guile in 5 would be kind of neat.
Yeah, I mean, it would make more sense in this
totally
game.
have that.
Yeah, it definitely would make more sense. Yeah. I mean, in 4, I always thought, like, it was stupid that Toward Roundhouse never hit the floor. Like, they were always characters. They tried to buff it, like, 3 times, but they were always characters who could low profile underneath it. I don't know why they didn't just make it hit the floor, but they never did, so...
Oh, so let's, real quick, on the subject of low profile, Chun-Li's Standing Fierce hits low profiles. In 5.
Oh, yeah? The regular Fierce?
Yeah, hits low profile.
Ugh, man.
That
That character...
that's okay.
That character's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Um,
There's a lot of this game that I love, and it's like the things I hate about the game are almost just reminiscent. Like, I'm not even mad. They're nostalgic. Like, oh great, Chun-Li's ridiculous. Oh well, it's 2000.
yes, yeah. I mean, I'm definitely reminded to at least some degree of Third Strike when I see her, but with the addition of like tricky air, lightning legs and overhead combos into stuff, and
Okay.
she's not as good as Third Strike Chun, but she's good.
I'm still upset that they took away, SA3 as being her Air EX legs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because like the original way back a year and a half ago reveal, she did EX legs, so she went fucking spinny crash like SA3.
That's right, she did.
And I still miss that. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. Like,
Yeah.
finally, we get to see this move outside of combo videos.
SA3. You could just duck it in Third Strike. You just ducked.
It's so sad.
Why? Yeah, it was weird.
Like, there's only one move I've ever seen that was almost as silly for the fact you could just crouch it.
Yeah.
And it was in King of Fighters. There's this move, like, there are moves that are like big giant earthquakes and shit. And if you're standing, they're unblockable. You can jump over them, sure, but if they time it right, whatever. But you can crouch to keep yourself stable during an earthquake.
That's actually great.
I thought it was kind of cool, but it's also really silly.
Yeah.
This 70% damage move that causes this earthquake, has a full
That's
second
crazy.
of startup, and the opponent
Yeah.
just crouch.
Yeah. It's like
Well,
an easy
that move's
solution.
not getting used.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's not a terrible idea, but it's just like, man, that just invalidated that whole super.
Yeah. What about Balrog? What about Boxer? I'm
First
hoping
off,
that they
I'm
do
hoping-
more command grab stuff with him. I'm hoping that Dirty Bowl is like a legit option.
Here's the thing. All that's cool. There's some things I'd like to see him get, sure, and giving him a command grab I think is well deserved. Especially like if it's a normal command grab that does no damage but huge stun, that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
My bigger question is he still going to have turn punch?
Well, why not?
Because you won't be able to use V skill while you're doing it, or V trigger while you're charging a turn punch.
Well, I mean, whenever you charge turn punch, you give up options, right? All the games.
Yeah, but you didn't
Grab,
give up like half of your bread and butter.
I don't know. Maybe you'll just have to charge differently, or maybe it'll be like, for example,
V skill's gonna be turn punch.
Oh, so you wouldn't have to charge it.
No, you would basically charge both mediums, and that way you'd still have like some of your punches, some of your kicks you could still theoretically throw.
Well, I could see that.
That's how you charge it or something.
But I mean,
there's
a
lot of his design philosophy that I don't know where they're gonna go with it.
For other characters like Birdie, his turnaround punch, the whatever it's called, is any button. Any button.
Yeah, but it's only one button.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, maybe they could do that with boxing.
Maybe. But now, okay, as fair as that may be, can you imagine EX turn punch? Now I'm scared.
Yeah, you're just constantly holding stuff, yeah. I mean, that's how Birdie is, though. It's just...
No, but I'm saying, well, considering how strong turn punch has always been anyway, an EX turn punch is probably going to be the most disgusting thing ever. I am hoping the speculation's right, that was actually him, like, thrown in for a split second into that cinematic trailer. Where he's got, like, kind of a little mohawk and, like, a white beater.
You're talking about Jack 5?
Yeah. Yeah, I hope that's him. That honestly,
he looks white.
Is that he wasn't with Shadaloo anymore. It's already pretty much been debunked, but I was hoping he wasn't Shadaloo and he was just, like, some ragged, beat-up old guy who's still, like, just tough as nails, no boxing gloves, he just doesn't care.
That would be sick, actually. Yeah. I don't know. To me, that looks like Jack, but I'm sure it's not Jack, so we'll see. Akuma's in Street Fighter, but I don't think that Jack is going to be in.
I'm so glad.
I mean, Akuma's in Tekken.
Revealed yet?
What's that?
I'm so glad Akuma hasn't been revealed yet.
I don't think he has because of Tekken.
I would love to go a year without Akuma. That'd be so cool.
Same here. Same here. Akuma, good in every game.
It's okay. We'll get Evil Soccer or something.
Yeah, I'm struggling. Is there any game he's not ridiculous in? Like he's still banned in like Puzzle Fighter.
Yeah, think about it. From Inception, he was super OP in Super
he's
Turbo.
Full-blown broken McBand. No, nuts to him.
Yeah, he's banned. He's banned in Super Turbo. Alphas, he's good in all of those. Even CVS too, not top tier, but legit good character. Even like Marvel 3, he's pretty good assists, like pretty good anchor. Yeah. Not top tier, but like pretty good. So he's never bad.
Fully playable in Ultimate. He's still feasible.
Yeah,
like
for
if
sure.
you refuse to use Virgil, he's still good.
Yeah, he's fine. Not top tier, but so yeah, that character is always all right.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters. Well, there's a lot of characters I'd like to see. There's a few characters I really want still, like for season 2, basically. And there's one or two things that are like really like intriguing to me. Like I'm really looking forward to at some point in the next few years them closing up the story of who the crap was Abel and Seth's and everything leading up into the Illuminati. And I'm really hoping Charlie bridges that gap.
Do you expect more out of the story mode this time?
Oh, absolutely.
I hope so. I'm not sure that.
Yeah.
I don't expect it.
I'm not sure that they're actually going to bridge the gap between what was Seth and what was Abel, but there's something there. I mean, with Charlie coming back and he was like sort of part of Abel's origin, and now he's got the Illuminati stone, the mind gem, whatever. There's something there, and I just really hope they close up that loose end.
I hope that they do too.
When you have an amnesiac character and you don't tie up that story, like of all of Street Fighter 4's storyline, that's what upsets me the most.
I mean, look, I don't really know the story, but I would be happy to pay attention to a Street Fighter 5 story. I played throughout MKX and MK9. I liked the story modes. Like they were. Yeah. It's not like award-winning stuff, but I liked it.
I definitely watched Mortal Kombat 10 story on YouTube.
Yeah, and I'd be happy to do that with 5. I never played the story in Street Fighter 4. In fact, maybe like 2 years ago, I saw the car, you know, the car stage. You can beat up the car, and I thought that somebody had modded the PC version because I didn't think that was real. I'd never played arcade mode.
I didn't think that was true because I thought you played through Hugo's story because potatoes.
Oh, what in Ultra I did, but before that I never had.
Oh, okay.
And the only reason I played
anyways,
the Hugo one is because I didn't think that it was that terrible. I was because Combo Fiend told me before it came out, he was like, "Yeah, Hugo's story is that he's a potato," and I was like, "You're pulling one. There's no way." And I had to actually.
Potato.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, no, I would love it if the Street Fighter V story mode is good because that brings people in. Maybe some of those people like games. Maybe they want to play in tournaments.
And the thing is, it'll make bigger fans out of people who aren't going to play the game.
Agreed. Yeah.
So anyway, Stream asked if the story got delayed. No. So the game drops with basically like, you know, just artwork, and they're like basically just random chat sequences. In June, we get full cinematic versions of things. It's pretty much what it appears to be.
Oh, wait, say that again? I missed that.
Okay, so when the game drops, story mode is all just like art splash screens and like scrolling text kind of thing.
Story mode is Mortal Kombat Mythologies on the 64.
And then it turns into Mortal Kombat 9 and 10 after that? Is that?
Yeah, in June it becomes Mortal Kombat 9 and 10.
Because it brings you pain.
Yeah, okay.
I hate you so much. Really? Mortal Kombat Mythologies. Really had to bring that
That's a
up.
good one. Yeah.
No, it's not.
I played it.
That's the whole point.
I played it. Yeah. No, I know. It was bad. All those games were bad. That series was terrible between like 94 and 2011.
No. You know what? I think that the some of the games in between there, like Armageddon, Deadly Alliance, and stuff, those were as good as like Dead or Alive 2. They were great if you didn't take them seriously. If you were just like drunk screwing around with your buddies, those games were fantastic.
I'm with you
If
there.
you tried to take them seriously, that's where the problem occurs.
Yeah.
Again, you like settle arguments because of, you know, this character could beat this character, but they're not the same thing. But you definitely.
Well, I'm so glad that as of like 2007, DC finally started getting good video games.
Yeah.
So we went from Arkham Asylum and then Injustice. I was like, hey,
Yeah.
this is weird.
Like, do you remember the first Mortal Kombat versus DC? Or whatever it's called? No, that's not what it was called.
I definitely don't.
No, okay.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
But that's what it was called, right?
I have erased that from my mind.
Now I'm like blanking. But yeah.
No, definitely got a little bit lobotomized. That never.
Do you remember Day One Superman Infinite? Like, probably first 10 minutes, you're like, okay, what can I do with this character? And it was like just the pound or something, and you just pound. It was just an infinite.
MK versus DC. That would be a really cool game. You know, I also wish we had gotten sequels to The Matrix. That would have been cool.
I hear you. Yep. You know what? I went to midnight opening for the second Matrix. My buddies and I, and like
Me too. I would Grauman's Chinese.
dude, we were all so stoked, and in the line, everybody was like, "This is gonna be so sick!" You know, we were like bonding with people next to us. We never even met over how sick it was gonna be.
Oh yeah.
And then 15 minutes into it, my buddy and I turned to each other and we're like, "What happened? What happened here? What's going on?"
As far as I'm concerned, they still sort of redeemed themselves when they made Speed Racer.
You know what? I never actually got around to seeing it. I heard it was good.
Did you like Speed Racer? Like the cartoon?
like show?
Yeah.
I never really watched it much. To be
Okay.
honest.
Do you like F-Zero?
Yes. No,
Okay.
I heard it was cool, dude, and I saw some some screens from it. It looked like it had sick art.
Yeah. It's seriously, it's if you liked the old like 60s cartoon or anime, if you want to be all anal about it, and you like F-Zero, you will like that movie.
Yeah, it looks cool. I meant to see it. It's not like I avoided
it's
it.
great. You should just
Never
go
got
like
around.
queue it up on Netflix or rent it or something.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Or,
Yeah,
you know,
I'll keep that
I don't
in
even
mind.
know if it's on Netflix right now.
I thought that looked cool.
Yeah, it's great.
Um,
And you'll walk out of that movie hating Spritle. You'll be fine.
Speed Racer on acid. It did look like that from like the previews and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
That movie's rad.
You guys never did talk connectivity.
Oh, actually, that is a good point.
what's that?
Discussing connectivity, like how your network connections were, and any sort of cross-platforming.
Sure. So I was playing on PC the whole weekend. You too?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Because I don't have a PS4 stick. That's the only
I
reason.
don't have a PS4.
There you go. Also a good reason.
No, you do.
So I played it, lots of times. I noticed that the person I was playing against was on PS4. And I felt like that didn't have a strong impact on whether the connection was good.
I have never actually noticed a difference.
Yeah.
I do like the fact that it's labeled, that they have like a little icon telling you which one they're playing on. I appreciate that.
Yeah. I think it's
I
cool.
played almost the entire weekend. I played on the 3 to 5 setting,
Same here.
and I think I ran into a total of maybe 10 laggy matches, and 1 or 2 of them were when I was on the 5 setting, which means it was some jerk really close by who just happened to have a bad connection anyway.
Yeah, I think probably the same ratio for me. 10 more or less bad ones.
I definitely played a couple of international matches, but since I was on 3 to 5, it wasn't going much further out of like North America. But like I definitely hit up some like Canadians, some guys from Mexico. They got 1 Brazil match.
Okay. Yeah, I mean I got more than that because when I first started, the first maybe 10 matches that I played on Friday, I didn't make that change, so it was whatever. So I played people from France, Switzerland, Lebanon, Japan, Brazil, which is all kind of cool, but they were all terrible connections. So once I changed it to 3 out of 5 to 3 to 5, I noticed that I would say
force a habit on that.
Yeah, exactly.
Freudian slip.
I would say that 80% were good. 80% of the matches were good, and I think that's a pretty good ratio. So
Although,
it's certainly better than before.
When you get lag, Dhalsim becomes the scariest thing in the world.
Oh,
because
dude.
these teleporting limbs are terrifying.
No, there were definitely matches where I recognized that there was lag, and I was just like, well, I'm just going to do instant air teleport constantly. You're not blocking this. And that was it. But there were also times, this happened several times on my streams, where I could not see anything, but the opponent seemingly could see everything. Whenever I jumped, they would anti-air for free. Like it was fine for them, but just terrible for me. And I've heard of that happening for other people as well. I don't think that's just me. So that's something to work on.
I definitely had that in 1 or 2 of the laggy ones. Like, you go for a jump, and next thing you know, they have anti-aired you from above you.
Yeah.
And you're just like...
Yeah, right. Like, how'd you get up there in the first place? But, like, they reacted probably, right? So...
Yeah.
I do think that they need to punish rage quits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really hope there's a rage quit hell in this game.
Needs to be 2 losses.
No, they need to get like what I think it was Marvel trying to implement it, where if you got like over a certain ratio of rage quit, then you only got matched up with other rage quitters. I think KI has it as well.
It's KI, I think. Yeah.
I think Marvel tried it and failed, but KI did it successfully or something.
Yeah, the KI system I've heard good things about. And in MKX, when the opponent quits, you see a quitality on your screen, which is kind of cool, I guess. But
that's funny.
But yeah, it would be nice to get a better solution to that stuff.
Yeah, like rage quitting in the beta is just so obnoxious.
It's the dumbest thing ever because that shit's going to reset when the game goes on.
Yeah, it did. Like my second to last, no, my last match. Yeah, my last match before the beta closed, like 80 seconds before it closed, was somebody who rage quit.
Are you sure? Because here's the thing. I know my match disconnected about 30 seconds before I disconnected from the server entirely.
It could be, but the situation was like he
like
was getting his butt kicked, and I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. I wasn't like obliterating my opponent.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I think they probably just disconnected the matches
it could
one
be.
by one, like a rolling set, and then kicked everyone off the server entirely. I'm
wanna
not
believe they
ready
rage
to
quit.
entirely call that guy out just yet. Some of the other ones, though, I had fun just advertising that they chumped out.
Yeah. Did you play against any people you knew? I mean, we played, but
yeah.
I played a lot of people that I knew of, and a couple people I knew. Like I got bopped by Justin. Like his Karen's footsies just totally told me I didn't know what I was doing.
yeah.
You two almost played Justin back to back, actually.
Oh, really?
I fought, and I already talked about this, but I definitely fought Josh a couple of times, and he beat me.
Yeah.
And then after I said it, apparently he's watching because he went on Twitter and said, "There's plenty more where that come from."
What a jerk.
I love it. There was Moons. I know last beta I fought Flo like 3 times, but I didn't see him this time unless he had a different username. And there's still one guy I'm really trying to figure out who it is. So actually, Stream, if you can help me out on this one. Big Blue Ox. And Ox, AUX, like auxiliary. Big Blue Ox. He wound up getting to like the 18th ranked Dhalsim or something, like rank 18 as Dhalsim. We always had really intense fights, and I really think that that's like somebody, but I couldn't figure out who. And he used the same username in Beta 3, and he was really good then too. But I can't figure out who it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think I fought Sonic Fox. Pretty sure I did. There's still like one or two other. Oh, I fought a Juice Box Imposter, which was fun.
Yeah. I definitely fought some people who I know are imposters because I know that jchensor is not James. I know that I played some guy who was signed up as 801 Strider, and there's no way. There's no way.
Yeah. No, that actually definitely happened. I think it was during the Laura tech test. I fought an 801 Strider and blew him up.
Yeah.
And like I actually like outright doubted it. I tweeted Strider. I was like, dude, are you playing right now?
I mean he's a really good player, so you know.
Yeah. There's still one or two others. Oh yeah. I might have fought Max.
Maximilian?
Yeah.
I mean he's at KI Cup this weekend.
Did he not get to play at all?
I doubt it if he did.
Because I know he wasn't streaming at the time.
No, I mean he's been in Texas, so
I don't know. Sometimes like if I go to a tournament or something, I'll bring a console in case there's Wi-Fi.
This morning I accidentally turned on Twitch and his stream popped up immediately, and he was commentating
at the KI Cup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So I just fought someone who played a decent Shoto who was still using Captain Casual. Oh, actually, it could have even been like Simmons or something. I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, just playing under the account, yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. But I fought a Captain Casual. That's all I know.
Okay. You know, for the most part, I didn't pay attention. The only way that I knew it was you was I don't know, somebody. Oh, it was you, right? And
yeah, it was me.
Yeah. You told me.
I dropped into your stream as soon as the fight started.
Oh, come on! I'm not reputable enough for someone to plagiarize.
I didn't even look. I honestly didn't even look at the names in almost all the situations. So, if I played people who I knew, then I mostly didn't even think about it. Unfortunately,
see, the moment I knew it was you, I backed off and I like threw the taunt from full screen because I was like I was trying to say like, hey man, what's going on?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I remember that taunt. I thought that was because I was building meter. I backdashed into like SPD to build meter.
Yep. No, I definitely thought that you recognized it was me. That's why you backdashed.
I didn't even look. I'm sorry.
This guy.
I don't know. I didn't think about it, but I just didn't even look at names. So there were a couple people who I did recognize, who I did look at, but it was just really honestly a few times. For the most part, Yeah.
No, there's still like 2 or 3 that I remember I fought, but I can't remember who they were. Like today was like pretty intense. There was a lot of really good matches, and I got to learn like a lot like between last night and today, like how to play Mika more patiently without screwing myself. There's a fine line on that.
Apparently, for the live games, the stream is saying that Capcom is going to lock down FGC and pro names for people.
Oh yeah,
stop that from happening.
Yeah, which also which leads itself to the whole thing of when they have the announcer tests of this person competed at Evo or whatever.
Wow, crazy.
Their name.
Crazy.
So I love the concept.
That's super esports.
Hey, if it works, I mean that's super cool.
Yeah, I guess it's cool. So I got the game for PC, but I also do have it for PS4. And I was thinking that like on one of those, I'll sign up as Ultra David and just play it super rarely, and keep my like jerk off whatever fake account name on the other one, so I can, if I want to, I can hop on and play against people and they know it's me. And if I don't, then you know. Yeah,
basically you have like I guess a stream machine and a personal machine.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, because like I mean, I know a lot of people that like when they're streaming, they maybe don't want to show off their username. Like I don't know, like when Mike and Gutex were doing like the first year or two of Excellent Adventures, it was really annoying seeing the messages pop up on PS3 all the time because their username was fully visible at all times.
It's true.
Yeah, or like I remember on 360 I had Gutex on my friends list, and so I'd log on and then it would pop as he's streaming, and like someone actually like caught like the YouTube video and was like, "Hey, your name just popped up on the show." And I was like, "That's funny." And it'll be nice to kind of avoid that.
Yeah.
But
so I'm glad the PS4 fucking auto sharing. Well, the sharing it auto censors it.
Yeah, have you seen
Oh.
that? If you're on PS4 and you get like a message notification and you're using the PS4 streaming service, it actually like blurs the message prompt. So like if one of your buddies sends you like a grotesque message that you don't want on your stream, the rest of the stream can't see it.
That's
so you're
really
not breaking
cool.
in terms of service or anything. Yeah, it keeps some level of privacy for those who aren't you.
That's very smart.
Notifications or some of the
Well,
notifications.
yeah, but you can do that on most consoles. But the fact that it auto censors it is like super neat. That's like a really good idea.
So as far as the connection overall, I didn't think that it was like the greatest netcode that I've ever played on, but I do think that it's
It's
better
far
than
from
Street Fighter 4, and if it ended up like this, I would be pretty happy with it.
Yeah,
It got decidedly better through the betas too.
I think so too, yeah. I mean, I'm sure that's why they were doing it, right? So,
yeah, and like I don't know. The thing is, there's still the frustration of those occasional rollbacks where like you do like a jump in or something, and it plays the sound effect for it hitting, but they actually blocked. And if I like running off of sound cues, and so
Yeah.
I'll get like the rolled back sound effect, and so I'll confirm off of the hit, but it didn't hit.
dude, I had the craziest rollback of I thought I stunned somebody, and then I prepared to do jump in super. And it was like that long. Like I saw stun. Okay, jump in, I'm gonna do something. And then all of a sudden he answered me.
Yep.
What?
No. One of my buddies had that happen to him, but it rolled back just enough that he could react to it, and then got the stun again,
Okay.
but for real this time.
Nice. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. And there were definitely times when I wasted super because I hit confirmed, but it was not a hit confirm. Like I did crouching short, okay, super, but they blocked in reality, so that's only on weak connections, and I would rather have rollback,
Yeah,
all things
made
considered.
for the beast kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, long term, all things considered, this is still going to be a very good way to get better at the game. Some people can be online warriors, some people can't. This is basically, if nothing else, I think we can say it's as good as can be expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that it's like
Not everybody can have 100 down, 30 up.
oh, well, for sure. But I don't think it's as good as, for example, like Skullgirls. I don't think it's as good as Killer Instinct. But
Yeah, but I think that's why they have so much input leniency to compensate for it.
I mean, I think
don't think
it's pretty good.
I don't think it's just one of those things of like they want to be able to introduce less skilled players and make it easier for the new audience. I think it's also just to kind of offset the lag.
What, the input stuff?
Yeah,
The leniency?
Yeah.
That makes sense, actually. Yeah.
yeah. Because like there are some links that would be really tough if you couldn't mash them.
That makes sense, yeah.
I've definitely improved my like double and triple button taps because I'm like, well, I can just mash, so bloop,
Yeah.
shrug it off.
And it's not MKX, so that's a step up in terms of online play.
Doom.
Damn. But you know what? Actually, I've been playing the beta, the MKX online beta. They have the new thing out. It's
Yeah.
pretty good. It's pretty
Good.
good. Gotta say.
Yeah, I think that's like probably the fighting game I have the most respect for that I have no intention of getting better at.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I remember I played it on launch like a month straight. I loved it. I was playing Quan Chi, who like looks like the lead singer of a metal band I like. Like, and if there's anybody in the stream who's a metalhead, seriously, he looks like the lead singer of Godhead. It's hilarious. But I played it for like a month, and they patched it, and he lost like 3 combos, like literally like target combo, dial combo things, just removed. And I was like, okay, and he's still a top tier character.
He's still super good, but it was really frustrating that they kept patching it early on. There hasn't been a patch since like October or something, or maybe September. But, so many people dropped off between release and that point because there were too many patches that...
Well, it's not even that there were too many patches, that the patches were so extreme. It's like, trying to play StarCraft, and like, hey, we removed this entire fucking weapon class from you. It's not like, it does less damage.
Zerg.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You no longer have Hydralisks.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No, not. It is not like they said, okay, Hydralisks do 50% less damage. It's removed Hydralisks from your build entirely.
At least I dodged a bullet with that game because when it came out, I was considering between the PS4 or the PC. I didn't have a PS4, and my PC at the time was like a 5-year-old laptop. So I had to get one or the other, and I thought, well, I guess I'll get the PS4 for like almost no reason. But then the PS4 version was playable, and the PC version was garbage.
Okay,
so I dodged that bullet.
Okay, so I was like, I'm interested in this game. I want to give it a fair shake. One of my buddies got on PS4. I was like, hey, this is pretty good. I'm kind of liking this.
Who run Bata Town?
Yeah, he plays fucking Master Blaster. Ferritor.
Oh, yeah.
Who run Bata Town?
Yeah.
So anyway, one of my buddies, who was my roommate at the time, he picked it up on PC. And he Steam shared it to me. I was like, okay, cool, I can fiddle with this every so often. All right, well, I'm going to wait for the 360 version. I'll pick it up then. That way I have a reliable console to play it on.
Yeah.
And now we know why I don't play MKX.
Yep. That game, I love the gameplay, but it had so much BS going on. I understand why other people didn't play it as much. I mean, maybe you don't like the game. That's totally fine, But I like the game a lot. I just wish it had a better scene, and it doesn't because of NRS. And that always makes me sad.
I'm going to speak very frankly. When I first played the game on PS4, and I was playing it for the first few weeks, I was really enjoying it. I was like, okay, so how is NetherRealm going to screw this up?
Yeah. Hey, but they're coming out with good online play now, so I hope that's a sign for like Injustice 2 or MK11 or whatever comes out next. Maybe, that they're like going to take it more seriously.
They have consistently dropped the ball in one fashion or another.
I know, man.
Batgirl having Infinite on release. Let's do that.
I know.
They just, I don't know what is wrong with their test team, but honestly, I'm still impressed by one thing. When Injustice was like announced and it said that back was to block, like Street Fighter.
Yeah.
I swore up and down that game was going to have dumb unblockables because they'd never had back to block before. And they managed to mostly circumvent that. And I was like, all right.
They did.
But I was totally prepared.
The only one that gets weird is Martian Manhunter's teleport. There's no proximity blocking in the game because they didn't know about it, I guess.
Yeah, that's the. I don't understand how those guys can have been making fighting games for 15+ years. And have no idea about other fighting games.
I don't know if you've heard this part, but somebody that we both mutually know, who I guess I won't out on stream, was talking with Ed Boon at a like project that they were working on, and was talking to Ed about block stun. This was only like 5 years ago. He didn't know
I think I remember this.
He didn't know what block stun was. They had to tell Ed Boon what block stun was. So, I mean, I have a lot of respect for the game designers there now.
Tobias has been gone from the company for a long
time.
Yeah,
long time. Yeah. I have a lot of respect for the people who are designing the game, the gameplay there now, and I think it's awesome. I really like it. Perfectly honest, I really, really love the gameplay of MKX. I really liked it in Injustice as well. But dude, there's so much other BS going on. So.
Yeah,
I'm not backstabbing them secretly. Like these are conversations I have had with them in person.
Yeah.
So I want them to get better at it.
No,
anyway.
I really liked Injustice for the most part, and I mean honestly, the only reason I even played it is because they put Doomsday in the game.
Yeah.
Because Doomsday is my favorite DC villain whose name isn't the Joker.
Okay. The Joker was in that game too.
Yeah, but he's not fun. I don't like him.
Okay.
And honestly, the thing is, Joker's all psychology. Like the moment you try to put him in a fight, I'm like, why?
Oh, you know what? They actually
Doomsday.
Did you play the story mode in that game? So Joker he like drank a potion or something to like make him super strong? There was something like that, or like some medicine.
Yeah, some sort of fancy magical potion tech.
Yeah, something like that.
Made everyone who wasn't super strong and super durable strong enough and durable enough to hang in a fight with everyone else.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, but they gave me Doomsday, and I was like, I'm gonna play this game. And then they gave me Lobo. I was like, okay, this is hilarious.
You know what one of the greatest things in the world in that game is? You know how you can do the face-off, where they'll both say something and then you bet how much super you want to use?
Yeah.
Harley Quinn versus the Joker. Harley Quinn goes, I thought you loved me, and the Joker goes, we need to talk.
Nice.
But then they gave me Zatanna. And now, I'm not a big Zatanna fan, but that is the most fun character in that game.
Dude, I played her. She was sick. I like that character a lot.
Cute girl Dormammu. Let's go.
Oh yeah, it was a pill. It was a pill that they took.
Yeah, it was a pill.
Oh man. Yeah, I played Bane and Zatanna. Those are my characters. You know, my Zangief and my Dhalsim.
Bane
like
was my
always.
troll character. Like, I literally would just go in and then just pop 3 Venoms and just grab somebody. And
You
just
could
laugh.
jerk it up.
Yeah. But juicing.
It was great.
You want to address Evo?
I don't know, do we?
What's that?
Stream's asking, do we want to talk about Evo?
Sure, what about it?
The lack of SF4.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
so
man.
the same thing that everyone is talking about.
Okay,
Why
no
not?
SF4. You know, I sort of said my piece about it on the old Tuesday, but my piece is basically I feel for SF4 players whose game is dying to some degree because I've been there with my games in the past. I know how that feels and it sucks. At the same time, it's time to move on for everybody else. And EVO's not the Street Fighter tournament. That's not what it is. It's the fighting game
Universal
tournament.
fighting game tournament.
Exactly. And whatever the big stuff
Finally got
is,
to the point where we can welcome Smash back.
right. I mean, you should not have 2 games that cater to basically the same group of people. Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter 5 players, look, they're going to have a ton of overlap. It's not like with Smash 4 and Melee where the overlap is almost not there. Like it's not that. It's not. It's not.
Captain Falcon.
I think it's almost as bad.
I don't think so.
I think like the top level players there's not, but among the general community there is. I think it's just equal.
I mean, as far as the entrance at Evo goes, Wizard said that last year there was a lack of overlap of 2/3. Like 2/3 of players did not play both Melee and Smash. Like there was Melee and Smash 4. So it's yeah, and I mean it's quite separate. But I wouldn't expect that in Street Fighter 4 to 5.
If we're both there, it probably would be more than a third overlap.
I would think so.
Oh, way more than.
Yeah.
That's fair. But I mean, I played like. I almost did. I decided against it, but I almost did Street Fighter 4 and Marvel. And there's just overlap there because we play Capcom Fighters. I mean...
They're definitely... Yeah.
I guarantee you, though, that there's going to be so much overlap between one of the Smashes and Pokken. They're just going to try it.
I think that's probably true. Yeah. But
I'm really... I don't know. Pokken's such a different game.
That's a weird
bit. I'm really intrigued. I haven't gotten to really, like, see it. Definitely haven't gotten to play it. But I'm really curious about that game.
I'm going to give it a good faith effort. You know, I'll certainly try it out.
Until further notice, I'm playing Gengar.
That would be cool. I liked how Machamp looked. You know.
No, a lot of the characters look really nifty.
Now that I realize,
I'm curious about like Chandelure,
I don't know anything about the Pokemon itself, so
but
like,
it's Gengar. I mean, Gengar.
Chandelure is a chandelier that's on fire. That's a ghost.
Yeah.
okay.
Fire ghost.
Pokken
But-
equals Naruto.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing is that Pokken Tournament plays a lot like Naruto Ninja Storm, and that's really disconcerting. But then again, my favorite franchise just got a game just like that too, and so we're just gonna have to suck it up and accept it, and just hope it's actually a good game.
Wait, what?
Because Huh?
What? What franchise?
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure
Oh,
in Japan just came out like last month. In America, it's supposed to come out in June. They got a new game that's kind of like Naruto Ninja Storm with free running,
Oh, yeah?
dumb fighting. I really don't like the engine, but I care because it's JoJo's.
okay.
So whatever.
I mean, I don't mind that type of style of engine.
I do. I really am not fond of it, but
Yeah.
if here's the thing is that an engine I don't like, if it gets a good enough game, then whatever. I mean, I will listen to a couple of like rap and hip hop artists. As a general rule, I don't like that type of music. But if someone is good enough at it or can make it easy enough to like access for everyone of
Yeah.
all types and backgrounds, then
I know what you mean.
what do I have to complain about?
Yeah.
As far as Street Fighter 4, you know, we've had Ultra for a year and a half in its current incarnation.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good run, especially after the other 6 years.
Yeah, it was the Evo headliner for 7 years, which is the most of any game in Evo history.
Yeah. I don't think it's criminal to remove it, but it's like, I can understand why people are upset.
Yeah, agreed.
I think both sides have a fair argument, and at this point, considering the numbers that it can pull in and the ease of use, having the 2 smashes is fair enough. Having Pokken as well is a good idea.
Might as well
There's
try. I
only
don't
so
know.
many games you can really have on the headline ticket, basically.
I think
And if something had to take the cut, I think Street Fighter 4 is the fairest enough to go.
I definitely agree. I definitely agree. I mean, think about the other games that are there. So obviously Street Fighter 5. Like, obviously Melee. That game got like 2,000 people last year.
Yeah, okay. Street Fighter, Smash, Pokken, Marvel.
I feel like Marvel is a good game to have. It had like 900 people last year. It has unique gameplay that you can't get in any other game. And the community itself is putting in a lot of work. So I feel like it should stay. And same for KI. KI is like that. Gear is like that. I feel like each of those games like has to be there.
Yeah, I think Guilty Gear is law at this point.
Yeah, I think so too.
It absolutely had to be there.
I think so too.
KI has just proven itself well enough that it earned its spot.
And it's coming out on PC. Maybe the scene will grow. I'm certainly going to give it a go. So I think all those games had to be there.
That's the biggest thing working against KI up to this point is that it was on a useless system.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the new BlazBlue is not going to be on console in time. Like, those games weren't going to be on there,
Yeah,
so...
and I mean, it would still... honestly, all things considered, that would be a lot of overlap. The BlazBlue and Guilty Gear communities are very well intertwined. So, like, if there was the console version coming out, then there would be, I guess, a fair question.
Yeah.
But
I mean, Revelator's coming out for before Evo, so that'll be fine for Guilty Gear.
I'm excited to give Xrd another shot because of Revelator. I still don't have my old main back, but I'm really curious about Jacko.
Who was your old?
Testament.
Oh, yeah. I never really played it that much. I tried out Xrd, I tried out Sign, and I just didn't like Potemkin. I mean, he's the... look, obviously, I used to play Potemkin, but I played not for very long, just a couple of months when XX came out, and that was it. And I just played Potemkin and Axel. And when I first got Xrd, I tried them, and they both seemed weak, and I didn't want to, like, struggle through. So when the new one comes out, I'm definitely going to give Dizzy a try. I think she sounds fun. I'll, give another look at Potemkin, but we'll see.
I like Potemkin in that game, but Potemkin was my secondary in Reload.
Uh-huh.
I basically started with him because I've been playing Zangief for longer than I care to count.
Me too.
Yeah, so, I mean, obviously I played Potemkin. I played Taker for the whole week. I played BlazBlue.
Taker is one of my favorite characters in any game. God, I love that character so much. Dude, magnet hands, dude!
Yeah.
He has magnet hands!
So good. Like, that's so scary. Like, I was, honestly, when I first saw Zangief's V-Trigger, I was terrified that he was going to have Taker action. And then he didn't.
Yeah, I know Axel got better, but at that point, I just was already doing other stuff. So.
Yeah, it's basically the problem with the Guilty Gear is that if you didn't stick with it from day one, you're a year behind.
Yeah, or 10 years behind. I mean,
No, I mean, like, if you didn't play old Guilty Gears and you pick up Xrd, you can kind of catch up a little quicker, sure, but you're not, like, totally screwed. But the way Xrd evolved with, the yellow Roman cancel nonsense, no, if you're already too far behind. There's no way I'm ever going to get good at Xrd. That's just the way it is. I'm too far behind.
Well, I mean, I'll give it another go, but what I expect that I'll put in more time on KI because I really like how that game has been evolving. But definitely, I expect that the games I will play the most are the games that I already played the most in this year, which is MKX and Street Fighter 5.
Well, not to mention that you're so embedded in Street Fighter 5 at this point, like you can't not play it.
You're probably right. Yeah. Yeah. But dude, even in 2015. I played MKX and even Street Fighter 5 more than I played Street Fighter 4. Just the betas and at events.
The most I've played Street Fighter 4 in the past 6 months was 2 weeks ago because I just wanted to play something because I was hankering for 5 so bad. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna boot it up and I'm gonna play the characters I'm never gonna see again. So I played the Capre and I had fun.
Yeah.
You should totally check your Twitter.
Oh, should I?
Yeah.
Is that something I want to do?
No.
Oh, is that how it froze? It froze like that? No. Yeah. I always freeze in weird positions. Why?
I'm not convinced it's any other way to freeze.
Okay, well maybe that's true, but
yeah,
I don't know.
You can't you're not that one guy that was ridiculously photogenic runner or whatever. He's yeah, you can't be that guy. So therefore, you must always freeze in awkward, funny-looking poses.
It always happens.
I wish I'd gotten the first one. You looked horrifying. You looked like you might be a serial killer. It was amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I think part of it is because I have, expressive eyes. that's what somebody told me once. Because my eyes like bug out when I'm laughing and stuff.
And you're a little smiley. You got a beer. You know, you're in a pretty
That's
good
true.
mood. You're
That's
full
true.
of shit, and then just
That's true. Yeah. 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 No. Whatever. Anyway.
it's terrible.
Anyway.
Wow, it's still choppy.
Yeah, I see. It's not looking good. Not looking good. Well, I don't know, man. Maybe we should wrap it.
Yeah, it is really late here, so it might not be the worst idea.
What time are you getting up?
About 5.
Like 5 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Like pushing it.
6 hours.
Yeah.
Good luck,
like
folks.
less than 6 hours, but I also have to stay up for at least another half hour anyway because I'm gonna be on the phone. So.
Ah.
Yeah.
I understand.
Indeed.
Good work on that.
Thank you.
Uh,
Anyways, so
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's gonna be about it. Hey, man.
Yeah.
Good idea on having the little wrap-up show. That was
yeah,
a
it was
good call.
definitely enjoyable. It's been nice to catch up a little bit with you too.
Yeah, man. You too. I'll see you when you come back to SoCal.
Indeed.
Sweet.
Yep.
Do you wanna plug anything on this here stream?
Follow me on Twitter. Like me on YouTube.
Well, you gotta say
Twitch,
what it is.
whatever. Me, I'm awesome, or something.
I mean,
alleged.
come on.
And
Say what,
actually, though, I
say
do
what your
wanna
Twitter
give a
is,
little bit-
etc.
I do want to give a little bit of shout out to all the guys that I actually got to fight on Street Fighter V this weekend. There's a lot of good matches. So, like PXG Ice, that was a hell of a match. That was another one.
Bison player? Right?
Yeah. No. I think that's about it. You'll see me talking a lot. I don't know. That's all I got.
You gotta say what... Oh my god. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it. That's what I'm talking about, though! My eyes are always doing stuff.
You look like a chihuahua.
In the freeze again?
He did. His eyes were huge.
Anyway. No, you gotta say what your Twitter is.
Yeah. Because that was right. You didn't add anything. So, Olaf Redland.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sure, if you're following David, you've seen my name pop up.
Probably so.
Yeah,
Alright,
might be.
anyway, man. Thanks a lot for having the idea and coming on the stream and letting me do it on my stream instead of... Even though it was your idea.
Well, honestly, I mean, if I did it, then we'd probably get like 5 viewers. So, hey.
Alright, man.
And
Alright.
we have a dedicated 2 viewers.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout outs to both of you.
Yeah, okay.
They're both here.
We're all
Oh,
we're
sure.
both wonderful people.
Alright, folks.
Anyways.
Have a good night.